How to cope with unsolvable problems. Transform frustration into resilience. We all encounter situations in life where problems seem insurmountable. These moments, when the solutions aren't immediately clear or the road ahead feels uncertain, can stir feelings of anxiety, frustration, and powerlessness. Whether you're dealing with a personal crisis, a difficult decision at work, or a long-term problem that feels like it will never resolve, facing issues without a clear solution can be one of the most overwhelming experiences we go through. However, it's possible to cope with these situations in a way that allows us to find peace, build resilience, and even thrive despite the challenges. Let's take a deeper look at how we can embrace these unresolved problems with a mindset of growth and patience, allowing us to transform frustration into lasting resilience. 1. Acknowledge your emotions. It's okay to feel stuck. When faced with an unresolved problem, the natural reaction is often to want to push past the uncomfortable emotions and get to the solution as quickly as possible. However, it's crucial to first acknowledge and validate the emotions you're experiencing. Feeling stuck, frustrated, overwhelmed, or even hopeless is normal and human. In fact, suppressing these emotions can only prolong their impact, leading to more stress in the long run. By embracing and acknowledging your feelings, you're taking the first step toward healing. It's important to realize that emotions, though uncomfortable, are not your enemy. They are part of the process, signaling that something significant is at stake. These feelings give you insight into your current emotional state and help guide your next steps. Practical tip. Start by practicing mindfulness. Take a few moments each day to check in with yourself. Notice how you feel without judgment. You might ask yourself, what am I feeling right now and why? Journaling can also be a powerful tool to process emotions. Writing down your thoughts and feelings helps externalize the internal chaos and can offer clarity. 2. Shift your focus from the problem to the process. When we're dealing with problems that seem unsolvable, our minds can become fixated on the enormity of the issue, creating a sense of paralysis. This often leads to feeling overwhelmed because we focus on the end result, the solution, which is far out of reach. The key to overcoming this overwhelm is shifting your focus from the end goal to the process. Ask yourself, what can I do today, right now, to move toward resolving this issue, even if it's a small step? By breaking down the problem into manageable parts, you regain a sense of control and accomplishment. It's not about solving everything in one go, but about making incremental progress. Taking action, even in small doses, can help you feel less helpless and more empowered. Remember, even the largest of challenges is broken down into smaller, manageable tasks. Practical tip: identify one small task you can do today related to the problem. It could be as simple as writing a pros and cons list, making a phone call to gather more information, or scheduling time for deeper reflection. As you complete these steps, celebrate your progress, no matter how small. 3. Practice patience and self-compassion. One of the hardest parts of coping with unsolvable problems is dealing with the frustration that things aren't moving fast enough. We often push ourselves to act quickly, as if speeding up the process will magically provide us with an answer. However, true healing and resolution take time. Practicing patience is essential to maintain your mental and emotional well-being. Rather than viewing the delay as a negative, recognize that taking time to process, reflect, and gather resources can actually lead to better outcomes in the long run. Self-compassion is equally important. In a world that often encourages productivity and immediate solutions, it's easy to forget to be kind to ourselves. Give yourself permission to move through this challenge at your own pace, understanding that this is part of the human experience. Mistakes, setbacks, and delays don't make you any less capable. They make you more resilient. Practical tip: when frustration arises, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is part of the process. I am doing the best I can with the resources I have. Also, take time each day to practice self-compassion. You might engage in self-soothing activities like meditation, stretching, or simply saying kind words to yourself. 4. Leverage support networks. You don't have to do it alone. When facing a problem that feels unsolvable, it can be easy to retreat inward and try to handle everything alone. But this isolation only exacerbates feelings of loneliness and helplessness. The truth is, we're not meant to go through difficult times in isolation. Leaning on others can provide emotional relief and broaden your perspective. Support networks, whether friends, family, mentors, or therapists, can offer not only a listening ear, but also valuable advice, resources, or ideas that you may not have considered. Sometimes, simply talking about the issue can give you new insights or ideas on how to move forward. Practical tip: reach out to someone you trust. This doesn't have to be a formal therapy session. Even a conversation with a friend or family member can provide support and help you feel less alone. Don't hesitate to share your struggles with others. Their perspectives may be the catalyst you need to see things in a new light. 5. Find ways to distract and recharge. Rest is essential. Constantly focusing on a problem can be mentally exhausting. Sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to take a break. Engaging in activities that help you relax, recharge, and distract your mind can actually lead to clearer thinking and a fresh perspective. When you step away from the issue, you allow your mind to reset, making it easier to come up with creative solutions later. Taking breaks doesn't mean you're avoiding the problem. Instead, it's about finding balance and allowing yourself the time and space needed to return to the problem with a fresh outlook and renewed energy. Practical tip: schedule regular breaks throughout your day, especially when you feel mentally overwhelmed. Go for a walk, listen to music, do something creative, or practice yoga. These activities help reduce stress and stimulate the brain, leading to better focus and clearer thinking. 6. Shift your perspective. What can you learn? While it's completely normal to feel frustrated when dealing with an unsolvable problem, it's equally important to shift your mindset from "why is this happening to me?" to "what can I learn from this experience?" Often, life's most difficult challenges are the ones that teach us the most about ourselves, others, and the world. Every problem, no matter how difficult, carries a lesson, whether it's learning to be more patient, more adaptable, or more self-aware. By reframing the situation as an opportunity for growth rather than permanent roadblock, you open yourself up to the possibility of transformation. The most resilient people often face the toughest problems, but they emerge from these experiences stronger and wiser. Practical tip: when you're feeling stuck, ask yourself, what is this problem teaching me about my strengths or weaknesses? Reflecting on what you can learn from the situation may help you shift your approach and open up new solutions. 7. Focus on what you can control. While you might not be able to solve the problem immediately, you can control how you respond to it. Instead of obsessing over what you can't change, direct your energy to the aspects of the situation that are within your control. This could involve focusing on your mindset, your daily routine, your self-care practices, or even the small tasks you can do to move forward. By taking charge of these aspects, you regain a sense of agency, which helps reduce feelings of helplessness. Practical tip: identify what is within your control and take proactive steps. Even if it's just managing your emotional responses or setting boundaries, these small actions can help you feel empowered and less stressed. Conclusion: embrace the uncertainty. When faced with a problem that seems unsolvable, it's easy to feel like you're stuck in a never-ending loop of frustration. But by acknowledging your emotions, shifting your focus to the process, practicing patience and self-compassion, seeking support, taking breaks, learning from the experience, and focusing on what you can control, you can transform the experience into an opportunity for growth and resilience. The path to resolving difficult problems is rarely linear, and sometimes there is no immediate solution. But through perseverance and self-compassion, you can navigate the uncertainty with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. Remember, it's not about solving the problem right away. It's about how you approach the challenge and the strength you build along the way.